Hello YouTube viewers of this video. I'm assuming you've tuned in because I've mentioned the name of the guitar kit in the video title, but I've chosen to do a review of a guitar kit I've purchased from this company here, Stellah guitars. Now, I hadn't really heard anything about this company apart from a couple of reviews for some chaps on YouTube, and they're both okay reviews but didn't really go into depth enough for what I wanted to know. So I mean, on the back of the reviews I purchased one and took a gamble, but I thought I'd go a bit more in depth and give my own views. I've made sort of 4 or 5 guitars from scratch now and done repairs for several years, so I sort of know what I'm looking for in nice guitars and what you should expect when you buy one. I got this direct from the company in Ireland, I think. I googled Stellah guitars and they got all sorts of kits, but I was really after the semi-hollow. So I ended up with this. So it's pretty much finished now. I've obviously, for my own benefit, gone down the Gibson route with the decals and the tulip clues and sort of style tuners. But this is purely for my own benefit, and this is something I keep. Yeah, overall, I must say I'm quite impressed. I've done sort of several different things that weren't standard. The first thing, it came with a trapeze style tailpiece, which looked nice on the old Epiphone casinos and stuff, but the one that came with this was absolutely garbage. So I took a gamble and was hoping, because there's a centre block down the guitar, but I was hoping it was wide enough that I could fit a stop tailpiece. So I took the gamble, and as it happens, I've just managed to squeeze this in. The block wood down the centre is literally just 5mm bigger either side than the studs, but it's gone in fine with no breakouts, and it's secure and it should stay there forever, hopefully. You have to fit the tuner-mounted bridge yourself anyway, so this was an extra job that didn't sort of take too much time. I probably could have glued it up straight out of the box and had it playing, but before I glued my neck in, I checked the neck angle of the body route just so I could optimise the bridge height and get it playing nice. And I have to say, the action is absolutely fantastic compared to some other guitars I got that are worth thousands of pounds more. This thing plays like a dream. I've had to give it a fret level and polish, but I couldn't really fault it out of the box. You know, I've played a lot worse necks on better guitars again, so this thing is absolutely perfect. I've had to reshape it as well. I chose to reshape the neck because it's quite a chubby neck straight out of the box. But again, if you're not up to doing this stuff, you could probably just glue the neck in and have it playing. But so I just wanted to go the extra mile really. So say I've reduced the thickness of the neck, it's a bit slimmer. Again, reshape the headstock. You can do whatever you want with that. I chose to go down that route with these tuners. What else is there? I've done the three-tone sunburst using nitrocellulose paint, which I've used sort of quite a lot of times on sort of various guitars. And the nitro is sort of nice to use. It's expensive to do, but it just gives it a nice vintage look. And the I got the paint from a guy called the Manchester Guitar Tech. You can Google that if you're in England. But again, there's dealers on eBay. If you look, you can buy nitrocellulose. And I did this using the spray cans. I have got a compressor and a gun, but being the time of the year, I chose to use the cans. And they're £12–13 a can, so it's not cheap because you need several colours plus the lacquers. But again, I've gone the extra mile, so I've probably spent the best part of £100 spraying this guitar in the lacquer. And the kit was about £150, so with that and the extra parts I've spent, like the stop tailpiece and the tuners and the decals, I've probably spent £300. So you could buy a brand new Epiphone for that, or a second-hand decent Epiphone. But I chose to go down this route and do something a bit different myself. I haven't fitted the pick guard yet. That needs reshaping, so I'm going to do it the 335 sort of shape. so that needs reshaping and fitting. But yeah, apart from that, pickups can't absolutely fault at all. I mean, again, I've got guitars worth thousands of pounds, and these pickups sound beautiful. They got the mellow tone, that's not too bright, that's not too dark. Blended together, they sound, you know, great. And the only things that are a bit crap, which you expect to, is that all the tone pots and volume pots are just the small micro pots, and the wiring loom's just cheap, crappy wiring. I've put a bit of my own braided cable in, but you know, maybe in a few months I might decide to put sort of nice Gibson pots in there. And the switch, again, it's just a cheap and nasty switch, but it does the job for now. That's about it really. So upgraded the tuners. These are just Wilkinson Clues and style tuners. They work fantastic. So I've redressed the nut, reslotted that. That's fine. So it generally stays in tune absolutely beautifully. But today it's a bit cold in the house. The heating's broken, so it's going in and out of tune a little bit. But normally I can play it for a good hour and don't have to worry about the tuning side of it. What else? I put a new truss rod cover on just to make it look a bit like the original. The only things I'll say, the bad points. The neck joint. I mean, if you're expecting a Gibson or an Epiphone style neck joint, it's not going to happen. They use like a nice tenon with some big shoulders on. This is more like a PRS style tenon, where the whole width of the neck sits in the whole pocket and goes under the front pickup. But it's solid as you like once it's glued. I've had no problems with that. It's just the way they finish the neck pocket is, or the neck pocket in the body, the finish is not brilliant, but again, when you assemble it you can make that as nice as you want to. But, that's the other issue. What's the other thing? Also, these holes aren't exactly in the same place as the Gibson would be, but they're near enough. But when this came, this hole, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hole that was really off centre compared to the other three, so they weren't in that nice trapezoid sort of shape. So I did refill that, just plugged it with some timber, some maple, and repositioned the pot just so they were all equal to each other, because that would have stood out like a sore thumb. I think I've seen a couple that are like it, so whether they do it just like a copyright thing, I don't know, just so they can't get done for copying Gibson. I'm not sure why they did that, but I've seen several with the same misplaced knob. The other things I've noticed, again minor, the holes for the machine heads, you know, I drill mine and you normally keep in line, these are all a bit staggered, a bit off centre, like they've been marked out by hand and done sort of slightly incorrectly. But I mean, you can see these bottom tuners stick out a lot more than the other two, so if you've done it yourself you jiggle them in and out a bit to get them more in line. But I've left that, I couldn't be bothered to fill the headstock and re-drill them all, but that's something you can do if you want to. I think that's it really. So it plays like a dream. I can't really fault it, but what I'll do, I'll give you a few sound demos, just some clean and some dirty, just to let you guys hear what it sounds like. So I've just got a sort of a Fender Twin sort of amp setting on guitar rig with just a bit of reverb, so nothing too dissimilar. But we'll start on the neck pickup. Oh, by the way, I've also wired, just the way I prefer it, on the neck pickup. I've got the controls on the bottom, whereas that would normally be the bridge, but I like the bridge controls at the top, so it's just back to front if you're wondering why. But, the next is pretty smooth. I'll just roll off some tone. Also wired it up, you can wire, you get what's called modern wiring or vintage wiring. There's two different sorts, and I've actually done the bridge pickup different to the neck pickup. with modern wiring and vintage wiring on the treble. It's probably not going to notice the effects so much, but it works more when I'm playing for my amp normally, and just affects how the guitar cleans up with overdrive, etc. But for a guitar rig, it doesn't really have the same effect. So, but that's the neck. The middle both together. That's probably one of my favourite tones, really. Sounds nice with a bit of overdrive, which we'll do in a minute. And the bridge, again, not too harsh. Nice and bright, but it's not too cutting. It's a nice pickup. Nice and smooth, it's not too muddy, so yeah, I'm chuffed with the pickups. I did think I might change them eventually, but to be honest, I've got no reason to. I think they sound absolutely great. Tone pots, volume pots, if we change whenever, doesn't really make a massive amount of difference at the minute. There you go, yeah, quick overview of the Stellah semi-hollow ES335 rip-off. Say, I wouldn't say go out and buy one tomorrow, but if you're looking at doing a kit, this one I've been lucky with. I mean, again, I know what I'm doing with guitars a little bit, and maybe it might be luck of the draw out of the box, but all I can say is if you want to have a go, order one and just check if it looks a bit ropey in the box, and send it back. I mean, again, I was willing to send this back if it wasn't up to scratch, even though I'm capable of doing lots of stuff. I wanted the body and the neck and the neck pocket to be good, because I've seen quite a few, when I've seen other guys put them together, split it out and just crap machining, you know, really sort of lapsadaisical sort of guitar building from the factories. But this came, as I say, you probably could have just bolted it together or glued it together and been okay. I've gone the extra mile, but yeah, if you're looking at getting one, I can sort of definitely recommend it just from the one I've received and how it's turned out. I'm sort of over the moon. So give it a go and just say, just check before you assemble it really. If it's that crap, just send it back. But I mean, this one, if they're all the similar sort of quality control as this, I can't grumble really. So I'd sort of recommend it if you're a bit of a hobbyist and want to get a nice guitar out of it at the end of it. So go for it.